My left hook is my left hook. You understand what I'm saying? That's blessed by God. So whenever I land it, it can't put you out or down.
Boxer Ryan Garcia is passionately opposed to the use of steroids. This follows a report that he tested positive for an ED twice in the days leading up to his big fight with Devin Haney last month. Garcia swore profanely in a video posted to the social networking site X, previously Twitter. "Big lies. I beat his ass," Garcia said, referring to his victory against Haney.
"Big lies. I beat his ass. Out of here. Everybody go to Warwick tonight. It's lit."
"No one doubts that I'm honest," he remarked. According to an ESPN report, Garcia tested positive for the illegal stimulant Ostarine in the days preceding his win against Haney on April 20th. The Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA, sent ESPN a letter including information on the abnormal drug test. Ostarine is an anabolic steroid that mimics testosterone. Because of its anabolic agent classification, sports anti-doping laws prohibit its use. In response to the uproar surrounding the claim, Garcia wrote, "I've never taken a steroid. I'm not even sure where to get steroids at the end of the day. I seldom take supplements." Garcia, 25, has emerged as a rising star and popular personality in boxing. He trains alongside high-profile boxers such as Canelo Alvarez and Oscar Valdez. Garcia stunned Haney by knocking him down 3 times on April 20th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, winning by majority decision in front of a sellout crowd. However, Garcia had already exceeded the weight limit for that fight, arriving 3 pounds overweight. Garcia was ineligible to win Haney's WBC super lightweight title belt because of the missing weight, despite the fact that the contest continued. While infrequent, boxers do sometimes fail to meet the agreed-upon weight limit for major title fights. However, it is still considered unethical activity, which may result in the loss of championship belts or punishments if the match is held in a heavier weight class. Garcia allegedly tested positive for Ostarine, which is classified as an SARM, selective androgen receptor modulator. These compounds are drugs that work similarly to anabolic steroids, boosting muscle growth and fat reduction. SARMs, like Ostarine, are sometimes sold online as legal steroids for bodybuilders looking to improve their physique and performance, despite the fact that they are not legal or approved drugs. According to the United States Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, Ostarine is prohibited at all times under anti-doping statutes that limit anabolic agents. It is not an approved medicine for human use in the United States or in any other country. Fighters in New York, where the Garcia vs. Haney match took place, are required to undergo drug testing in order to detect unlawful performance-enhancing drugs. In New York, the New York State Athletic Commission oversees and regulates professional boxing and other combat sports. A representative for the commission told CNN that they are in communication with VADA and are reviewing the matter about Garcia's adverse test, emphasizing that safety, fairness, and integrity in professional athletic competitions are essential. Devin Haney, the fighter who lost to Garcia, stated on social media, "It's unfortunate Ryan cheated and disrespected both the fans and the sport of boxing by fighting dirty and breaking positive not once, but twice."
We've seen his character. We've seen the guy cheat. We see the type of person that he is.
According to the ESPN article, Garcia's win against Haney may be overturned, and the verdict changed until fresh testing clears him. Fighters who fail a drug test may require secondary testing on a backup B sample within a certain time frame, in Garcia's case, 10 days. Ryan has put out multiple statements denying knowingly using any banned substances, and we believe him, said Golden Boy Promotions, Garcia's boxing promotion organization. Oscar De La Hoya, a former boxing champion, leads Golden Boy Promotions. They defended their fighter Garcia in a statement to ESPN about the positive tests.
Twice? Okay, guys. Who tested positive twice? Ryan, the day of and the day before. We're gonna get all the information from the commission, and then we'll obviously make a statement. But right now we have to get the B samples and all that, So yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. But there's no room for anyone to cheat, and I strongly feel that Ryan didn't cheat.
While I am unable to access videos or links directly, I believe Garcia has publicly declared his innocence following positive Ostarine testing on his social media profiles. If it is proven that he knowingly used a banned performance enhancer, such as Ostarine, Garcia may face disciplinary action from boxing commissions. This might include sanctions, a suspension from participating, or having the Haney bout result overturned to a no contest or defeat. Garcia, on the other hand, says he did not take any prohibited substances on purpose and denies any misconduct in connection with the positive test revealed before and during his tremendous fight night victory. Only time will tell how this situation affects the 25-year-old boxer as authorities investigate the bad drug testing result for the anabolic substance ostarine in his most recent high-profile boxing match. For the time being, Garcia is attempting to preserve his reputation, claiming that the positive tests were just erroneous results and that he is a clean fighter who achieved his current success only through hard work and talent in the ring. Of course, it is vital to stay impartial and enable the whole truth to emerge through a fair investigative process. Positive tests do not always indicate intentional cheating. Verified flaws in testing methodology or other real-life situations might also explain erroneous results. Athletes in any sport have the right to due process when accused of anti-doping rule violations that might seriously jeopardize their careers and reputations. While doping allegations raise doubts about the validity of an athlete's accomplishments, it is critical to avoid leaping to conclusions until all of the material has been thoroughly examined from all angles. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, two young boxing prospects, have very promising futures ahead of them if they continue to dedicate themselves to their craft and respect the integrity of their sport through clean fighting against better opponents. Only time will reveal the truth about this particular occurrence. For the sake of the sport, let's hope that any wrongdoing is dealt with responsibly and that no hasty judgments or severe punishments are imposed in the absence of sufficient proof. Throughout its lengthy history, boxing has seen various confrontations. With strong leadership, robust anti-doping standards, and a new generation of role models who value ethics and fair play, the sport has the potential to grow and thrive for many years. This ostarine testing incident with Ryan Garcia is merely the most recent high-profile issue that authorities must address in order to maintain boxing's legitimacy and preserve its beautiful heritage for current and future generations of participants and fans globally. As fresh evidence about Ryan Garcia's positive drug test emerges, government investigations must remain comprehensive and unbiased. Jumping to conclusions before all the facts are disclosed can lead to erroneous results and unjust consequences. While positive tests for the forbidden substance ostarine are cause for concern, there are many instances when screening findings may be incorrect due to factors like contamination, laboratory errors, or other extenuating conditions beyond an athlete's control. Respected anti-doping organizations like USADA and VADA have implemented sophisticated testing techniques and procedures primarily to ensure the integrity of their results and to offer a fair process for athletes. Experienced professionals tackle these sensitive issues with great care and attention. Verifying the first positive result with further confirmatory tests on backup B samples provides critical safety. Athletes are rightly given the opportunity to appeal adverse outcomes that might jeopardize their careers and reputations if mistakes are made. In Garcia's case, his willingness to undergo further testing may help determine if he knowingly used a prohibited performance-enhancing substance or whether there are other plausible explanations for the reported results. Of course, many people will be inclined to assume guilt, especially given the increased skepticism surrounding drug scandals that have plagued professional sports in recent decades. High-profile cases of disgraced athletes violating sophisticated doping regimens have naturally fueled public distrust. However, each case must still follow carefully stated protocols and allow all relevant material to be thoroughly evaluated before reaching any official judgments. The approach must remain objective and resistant to premature judgments. Real sporting successes should be protected just as fiercely as intentional cheating, which deserves appropriate punishment. These fairness principles ultimately help to maintain the integrity and credibility of international anti-doping measures, as well as competitive competition in general. Garcia, a well-known figure, is aware of the criticism he will receive in this high-stakes situation. However, he is also entitled to clearly establish the circumstances surrounding his test results before any disciplinary action is taken against him. Aside from the problem, maybe this might be used as a learning opportunity to increase awareness about illicit performance-enhancing chemicals in sports. The World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, and its national member organizations, such as USADA, VADA, and others, have made educating athletes on anti-doping regulations a crucial priority as substances such as SARMs become more common. Many elite athletes may be unaware of the illegal status and risks associated with certain obscure compounds or contaminated supplements they may be utilizing, even if unintentionally. While the World Anti-Doping Code makes athletes solely accountable for any prohibited substances detected in their tests, there are still opportunities to help professionals make more informed decisions about what goes into their bodies. Doping authorities may proactively engage players, coaches, trainers, and others in sports communities to detect risky goods and emphasize the need for rigorous research and caution by continuing to increase outreach and providing clear recommendations. Despite athletes' greatest efforts to maintain clean habits, unintentional anti-doping rule violations nevertheless occur on occasion. Raising broad knowledge and education may help prevent some of these unintended consequences. Nonetheless, people competing at the highest professional levels are ultimately held to the highest possible standards in terms of strict adherence to anti-doping legislation. Pleading ignorance does not excuse failing to meet such obligations. Elite athletes must take their obligations to ensure fair competition very seriously, and this requires strict individual accountability. Their talents, triumphs, and celebrity status make them strong advocates for their respective sports. Garcia and other high-profile figures have enormous platforms to help build positive cultures and clean competition and ethical conduct, both inside and outside the ring. Their choices and actions inevitably make statements, for better or worse. Unfortunately, drug scandals have already cast a doubt on the legitimacy of too many historically noteworthy sporting victories and exceptionally physical feats. Reputations and legacies have been irreparably damaged. Authorities may help avoid future degradation of sports integrity by enforcing anti-doping rules while also maintaining the rights and accomplishments of clean athletes. The Garcia affair provides another opportunity for boxing leaders to demonstrate a strong commitment to maintaining the highest ethical standards for their sport in the future. Boxing has a troubled history, with concerns about inadequate safety regulations, questionable judging, unscrupulous business practices, and drug scandals that have periodically tarnished its image and strained public trust. However, a new generation of young boxing champions, like Garcia and Devin Haney, can help rebrand the sport by personifying more positive values such as hard work, sportsmanship, and fair competition at the highest levels. Boxing officials may retain the legitimacy of a big money event while simultaneously underscoring the importance of fair play and integrity by dealing with the present situation honestly and decisively based on existing regulations and facts. Fans, especially young people, want role models they can like and respect for their talents and personalities. The outcome of this particular situation may have long-term implications for public perceptions of the next influx of youthful boxing talent. Regardless of the final ruling on Ryan Garcia's test results and fight status, the case serves as a high-profile reminder about the ongoing vigilance required to keep sports competition free of the taint of doping. By consistently enforcing anti-doping regulations via established investigative processes, authorities can maintain the integrity and ethics that make sporting victories so exhilarating and vital in the first place. At the same time, such systems must constantly strive to be reasonable and fair, upholding the principles of due process and equal treatment for all athletes, regardless of height or popularity. Giving Garcia and others the chance to submit their ideas in these challenging situations is not just reasonable, it is a necessary condition if anti-doping programs are to maintain credibility and public trust. The Garcia matter will soon be decided in one way or another. Hopefully, Garcia's statements about not using anything are true, just to spare the sport from another blow to its reputation. How it is handled today will shape future opinions of whether boxing and other major sports are taking serious measures to offer a level playing field marked by genuine, honestly won triumphs. Despite its shortcomings and troubles in the past, boxing continues to attract spectators worldwide with its unique blend of skill, grit, desire, and courage to overcome adversity. The sport needs a new era in which such traits may shine brightest against the backdrop of widely accepted ethics and fair competition.